This was the best potato harvest I've ever had.
Good, googa-mooga.
Wow, look at that. That's insane. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Thank you, Lord. Hello everyone. Today is June 11th. I am going to be harvesting a few of my potatoes. I am probably going to just do a full compilation on the rest of my potato harvest because I have so many and I don't want to keep doing potato harvest videos. So I'm just going to harvest them when I harvest them and put all of the footage in one video. Today, I have one Yukon Gold and two Red Norland that we're going to harvest today. So the Red Norland are like the small red potatoes. So I hope that they're a good size. These have died back quite a bit, but I haven't checked them at all to see what's in them. So we'll see. Here we go. Bucket number one. Uh-oh. I might have left these too long, y'all. Yeesh. We got some that look like they are a little bruised up. I'm going to try to be careful, but that's the reason why I'm pulling them too, is because I know that we have some more rain coming, and I was worried about that rain taking out the harvest. Ooh, that's a nice size one. I've been seeing a lot of people say that they leave the small ones in there for a fall harvest. There are way less ants in here than I thought there were going to be, so that's good. That is really good because I do not want to be dealing with ants. Do y'all leave y'all's small potatoes in to see if you can get a fall harvest? Let me know down in the comments. I think it sounds like a good idea. I have to go through and see what we have to be able to do that. I'm sorry if y'all are having trouble seeing. This is the shadiest spot right now, so I definitely was not going in that sun today. It's already hot and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so, and it's already 90-something degrees. With the humidity, they said it's going to be 106 degrees or feel like it's 106 degrees today. That's a little bit hot. That is the first one. Not too bad. I had two pots right there. I didn't even realize I did that. Ugh. Something is eating on that one. I have a lot of rotten potatoes in this one. I think I waited too long on this one. That's unfortunate. I will go ahead and harvest the rest of those sooner rather than later because I don't want the same thing to happen to the rest of what I have out there. I was trying to be patient and wait on them to die all the way back. I'm going to have to figure out the best route to go with this next year because I don't want to lose this many. That's crazy. I lost a lot. The other thing that I did with this Red Norland that I didn't do with the Yukon Gold was I double layered it, and I'm not going to do that again either. I think that's what confused me about the timing, is because the ones at the bottom sprouted later, and so they were still green. And so that's what made me think that it wasn't time, but it was definitely time. This is the last one for today. This one is Yukon Gold. I got some sprouting in this one. So yeah, I need to get all of these out of the ground. They're not rotten, they're just sprouting in this one. I did a short pulling some out of this bucket already, and I pulled a couple of good sized ones. There's another good sized one. That one is rotten. Yeah. There's a few rotten ones in here too. But they're going to feed the soil. That's the first time I've ever let them wait too long and had them rot on me. I don't like that. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that again. I think I was listening to somebody that said after they die back, let them sit for another 2 weeks and don't water them at all. And yeah, I should have gone ahead and started harvesting more after I did that first round. So probably out of this one, this bucket, I got 2 good sized ones, a couple of small ones, and then I had already harvested those other 2 good sized ones. So yeah, not happy about this one. There are more good sized ones in this harvest than the last time, but I'm gonna get over there quicker to the rest because I definitely don't want this to happen again. I'm thinking these particular buckets were in the sun, and that's what I said before. They were in the sun, and I think that everything was just sped up with the humidity and the sun beating down on them. I got this one and this one that have chitted pretty well, and I probably will plant those back. They're ready to go back in the ground. This is today's harvest from those 3 buckets. We got Yukon Gold, Red Norland, ranging in sizes from tiny to this size to just rotten. So I think I'm gonna run down here and go ahead and harvest the Chick-fil-A bags that I have down here because I'm just worried now. I don't even want to let it wait another day, y'all. It's hot, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. All right, here we go. So far in this one, we have some that have eyes on them, but they're not rotten. So, and they're good sizes. I did come across a few that were rotten. Another good sized one. Another good sized one. These weren't down that far. I don't feel anything else though. I'm happy with that bag. I'm really happy with this bag. This is what we have before the other Chick-fil-A bag. So we have turned the tide. We have some good sized
potatoes. Yay! I'm excited about these. I let them go a little bit too long, but they are not rotten. They just have, some of them have chitted and you can eat them like that.
I'm worried about this bag, y'all, because this one looks like it re-chitted, which means that those are probably well past time. I noticed that this morning when I was walking over here. I was like, why are you green? But we're going to go ahead and pull these out and see what's going on. Okay, here's another good size one. For some reason, this plant is not wanting to come out. Let's see. Here we go. And these two were Yukon Gold as well. So I think next year I will definitely plant them a little bit further this way in the garden, not over there. And I will go ahead and harvest them when I start to see that they are green and dying back, not all the way totally brown and dying back. So I am going to go ahead and do this other bed because I'm scared. I'm worried about it now. I think I'll leave the Clancy potato, but I am going to pull these up right here today as well. Not a bad harvest so far. Oh, wait. You have a dent. No. Oh, it's healed over. Yeah, it's healed over. It's fine. Okay, so these are potatoes that we grew from the grocery store. So just ones that I had that had chitted in the house. So I don't know their variety, but they grew. I did put, this one looks a little weird. I'm not gonna take that one. I don't know how deep these are in this bed. Oh, I think this is the biggest one I've ever grown. This is fantastic. Yay. I haven't had access to this bed since I took those, I grew some mustards in here. And so I haven't really been paying attention to this bed. I had access to it, but I wasn't paying attention to it since then. So I'm glad to know that these grew this well. Wow. Look at that. Grocery store is winning right now, y'all. Grocery store is winning. Oh, let's see what else is in here. Because they do try and tell you you should buy that seed potato, which is much more expensive. But this looks like it works. It's working, y'all. So I don't know about buying more seed potato. Maybe to get a variety that you need, that you want to get a certain variety, but that's wow.
That's really not what I was trying to do. I'm just trying to learn to grow so that I know I can feed the family. Good, googa mooga. Wow. Look at that. That's insane. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Thank you, Lord. Whew. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think that's the most going that direction. Let's see if there's any more going this direction. And this is the only one that I did in a bed too. So that could be the difference, that it had more soil than the ones in the containers. I think that might be about it. Thank you, Lord. One more. Whew. Now this one still has a lot of greenery on it. Should I just go ahead and take it? I'm going to go ahead and take this one right here. That one goes to that one. Okay, let's see if there's anything over here. Not really. Ooh, there's a big rotten one right here. It was breaking down all the way down. And it smells atrocious. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a trash bag to get that, but y'all, this was the best potato harvest I've ever had. I am so thankful. Thank you, Lord. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna let these little ones sit in here. I'm gonna go get a trash bag to get those. You know what? I'm not going to keep up with this one. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. I know they weren't ready, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this one too. Y'all let me know for next time. Should I leave the rotten ones in here to break down? It seems like maybe that would be a good idea. I'm not going to do it this time because I don't know. I don't know. But I will leave a few small potatoes in here. I think I got all the rest of them out. So this is the harvest from June 11, 2026. From my store-bought potatoes, Yukon Gold, and Red Norland. We have big potatoes. The largest potatoes came from the store-bought potatoes that I planted. This is from a seed potato, Yukon Gold. And I believe this is the largest Red Norland that we got. So I'm not telling anybody else to do it, but store-bought seems to be winning so far as size. I haven't tasted them yet, so we'll see, but they look pretty good to be store-bought potatoes. And I planted, I believe, yeah, I planted 4 potatoes that are store-bought. And as you can see, most of the good sized ones I got were from that bed. And there's more than 4. So we did multiply what we got. Whew. All right. Yay. I think that was a good, I guess I'm going to call this my second year try. Yeah, a good second year try. I'm pretty sure I can do better next year. Today is June 16th and I'm getting ready to harvest the Clancy potato. This is the one that grows from an actual seed, so I'm excited to see what the harvest will be. But y'all know from last time that I harvested that I did have some that were rotten. So hopefully these didn't go too long. I am looking at these leaves and I looked it up. It looks like they might have gotten blight, some of them. So what I'm going to do is, they say the best thing to do is cut here. Go ahead and cut the stem off first before you harvest. It looks like the stems are all still green, so it should be okay. I am seeing some new sprouting, which that's not good. That means that something went bad and started growing new sprouts. But those didn't die back all the way, you know, like the previous ones that I was harvesting. So we'll see. As y'all saw, I got a pretty good harvest already. So everything here will be extra. Potato popped out. It's small, but it's not rotten. I think I just hit it with the knife. Now these are supposed to be small potatoes. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. They're tiny, but they're like, most of them are like small red potatoes you get at the grocery store. Ooh, this is difficult. I might have to go get something to help me dig in here. They said they're supposed to be all different colors, but they all seem to be the same, like little purpley color. And I'm not running across any that are rotten, so that's good. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna have to go get something to help me dig this up. It's only like 10 in the morning, so it's still not that hot out here, but it's very humid. I'm not mad at this harvest, y'all, because I was expecting them to be like small red potatoes, and that's what I'm getting. And they're not rotten. That was what I was afraid of. Good night, y'all. There's a lot of these little things. I don't think there's any way I'm going to find all of these potatoes in this bag. Good thing I didn't put it in there. I think we're going to always have potatoes coming out of this bag is what I think. Last bag. This is the full harvest out of both of those bags, which look like they're about 20-gallon bags. Quite a bit of potatoes right there. That's the harvest. So that was the last potato harvest of 2026. And I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts. What I'm thinking is that I enjoy growing potatoes. It doesn't matter the variety. I think they grew really pretty plants. They had really pretty flowers. All of them did. The Clancy potato was very interesting. I probably won't grow it again, but not because of the harvest, because the harvest was decent. Y'all saw I got lots of small potatoes. We can bake those. We can eat those. I just don't want tiny potatoes popping up everywhere. And I'm glad I didn't do it in the bed, and I did it in some grow bags that I can throw away that dirt if I need to. But yeah, the harvest was kind of hard to do.
I learned that I need to put it in a location that is not going to get such intense sun. Starting out like April, May, I think the ones that were on the pallet in the middle of the yard got too much sun. And I think that's why they kind of spoiled a little bit more. I also think that the Yukon Gold was good, but the grocery store potato, I don't know what it was, but I'm going to look for that particular color since I don't know what the variety is. And if I don't have some to grow from this harvest, because I'm definitely going to plant some of the ones that already chitted, I'm going to plant those back today, probably. Well, you know what? I forgot. I'm not going to plant them today because this is June and it's way too hot. I'm going to wait until mid-July or late July to plant another round of Irish potatoes. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna save all my chitted potatoes until then because it's too hot. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, y'all. It's too hot in Texas to be planting Irish potatoes. So I have plenty of sweet potatoes planted right now, and we're gonna go with sweet potatoes. But yeah, grocery store potatoes work. They will grow, and they grew the largest potatoes. So if you're trying to find something for your family that you want to get out here to have some food security, go get you a couple potatoes from the store, let them chit, and then go ahead and plant them so that you can multiply what you are purchasing. If they going bad in the kitchen, go ahead and plant them. That's free food right there. You don't want anything to go to waste. So not going bad, chitting. That's what I meant. Not going bad. All right, guys, I had a fantastic time today. I had a fantastic time with the whole grow out. And this video is going to be like a compilation of my last few potato harvests. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in my garden today. I appreciate each and every one of you and all the ways you support the channel. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I put out new videos. And as always, until I see you next time, may the good Lord take a liking to you.